How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going through the Autumn Nations. Going to go through as it's now going to the back end of the competition. There's one game left, Australia versus Ireland, which is going to be an absolute banger of a game, and kind of what it means for the international scene and kind of leading into next year. So we still don't know the vast majority of what's going to be happening next year. I am still waiting on the official fixtures for the Springboks. I think they're going to be playing early Feb, but we are still waiting on times, dates, who it's going to be, blah blah blah. So yeah, I just kind of want to delve into the Autumn Nations because it's been a pretty spectacular competition. There were a lot of ups and downs in this competition. Honestly, I felt England were going to do better than what they actually did, and I felt that they should have gotten better results than what they actually did, because you saw them coming in so strong and then they were so good against New Zealand. They faltered. They were good up against Australia. They faltered. They were good against South Africa. Again, not much you can really do, but they faltered. And then they got up against Fiji. Fiji. They got up against Japan, and they do an absolute smashing game. They absolutely dominate Japan in every way, shape, or form. And honestly, that was the kind of performance that England really needed on the back end of the competition. But they, instead of going, 3 out of 4, they ended up going, winning 1 out of 4, which is kind of appalling, especially considering the talent that England has. They've got some amazing players, and the list just goes on and on and on and on. And they have a really good crop of players, but something is not gelling, because they are losing composure at key moments, which really shouldn't be happening, which is allowing resilient clubs to be able to get back into the game and kind of close them out, as you saw with New Zealand, where England were doing so well, and then what happens the back end of the game. So I think they definitely got a lot to work on, and they need something, which I think they will be able to achieve kind of next year, maybe the year after. But England are still a team that they need improving in certain key areas. So all in all, for England, I felt they had, if you look at it on paper, they had a pretty horrible Autumn Nations. But you look at the games and how they actually played pretty well. And they lost a lot of games that they shouldn't have lost. So I think it was very up and down with me for England. New Zealand, however, had an absolute, I wouldn't say absolute brilliant tournament. They had a pretty good tournament as well. Managed to get some key wins. A lot of players ended up playing very well, as it is to be expected for the All Blacks. But again, there were certain performances, certain times within games that they went lacking. They disappeared off the map. They just went, I don't know how to explain it. They just went silent. And this is not something that you come to expect of the All Blacks. So, all in all, it's been very up and down. Same thing with Australia. Ireland had a pretty strong Autumn Nations. I was really happy to watch them. Obviously, they had a little hiccup, but all in all, pretty strong Autumn Nations. Got to see players like Caelan Doris really, really shine, really perform. Bundy Aki, and they have a lot of, I'd say, aging players, and I'm hoping that then they're gonna be able to start really putting in the youth, and really next year focus on getting that next generation in through the door, fighting for places. Otherwise, you're going to end up running into being Wales, and you don't want that. this is Ireland we're talking. They are very well drilled. They have some good talent on their books, and obviously I can't see them being like Wales or being in any form of position like Wales is. But it's something that if you don't have your youth fighting for positions, it's going to make things harder for you in the future. So hopefully Ireland don't go down that route, because I don't think they've really replaced Johnny Sexton, and I get a lot of smack from me actually liking Johnny Sexton. I know it's very up and down, but I thought he was a brilliant player. And if you guys want to let me know what your thoughts are on Johnny Sexton in the comment section below, because I want to try and figure out where all of this is really stemming from. Because when I say to people that I actually like watching Johnny Sexton as a player, obviously as a person, not neither here or there, but as a player, purely in terms of playing, I thought he was an absolutely stunning player. So let me know what your thoughts are on Johnny Sexton in the comment section below. But I don't think they've fully replaced him yet. So there is a lot of ups and downs, like I said, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Ireland next year and seeing what they are capable of doing, and if they are able to take that top spot once again. Over the past couple of years, they've been fairly consistent on the top, that number one spot, which South Africa have just recently taken them off of in the Autumn Nations. But will they be able to take that top spot back over the Springboks side that, if I'm correct, out of 13 games in 2024, they've only lost 2, which is something kind of scary. So pretty certain the Springboks will be taking that good form into the next year and really pushing on for for what they currently have going. Now, the team that I enjoyed watching most this Autumn Nations, outside of the Springboks, has got to be France. This team is just spectacular. They have such good talent. They are so fun to watch. Antoine Dupont is absolutely amazing to watch. There's a whole bunch of players that I'm not even going to attempt saying their names, because the last time I said it, I completely butchered it. And I actually had people in the comment section helping me with these names. So I'm not even going to attempt that. But they have amazing talent on the books. They are really one of the teams that they are currently fighting the best of the best. When they come into a game, that they are pushing you to your limits. Now, whether it's South Africa, whether it's New Zealand, whether it's Ireland, they are there pushing, and they're only getting better, which is the scary part about France. They are only getting better. They are getting stronger. They are getting faster. They're getting more tactically well drilled, because I feel that's where they are probably most weakest, is tactically. Whereas if they are able to sort that out, I think if we see a very well drilled France side that know all of their positions, where they are at every single moment, know what they're fighting for, you're going to see a dominant team in France over the next year to 2 years. And even them sending their B squad to New Zealand is going to be scary. So yeah, my most favorite team outside of the Springboks to watch was France. Obviously, Antoine Dupont won. He won the Sevens Player of the Year. Nothing more can be said. He's just getting better and better and better and better. So yeah, France are really one to watch out for next year. And then we move on to the Springboks. So I don't think I can say any more words of praise than what I already have for the Springboks. They are just well drilled. They aren't 15 players. They are one team, if that makes sense. they work together. They 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 know what they're doing, where they're doing, and how they're doing it at all times, which is what you want from a team that in a game that relies so much on working as a team. So every single player has his position, has his role, has his duty, knows exactly what he's doing, knows exactly how to execute it, and how to execute it perfectly, which is why out of the top 4 nominations for 15th Player of the Year, 3 of them were South Africans. One was Kalen Doris. Ultimately, it was Du Toit that won the World Player of the Year. I'm absolutely, I'm over the moon for him because honestly, I felt Eben deserved that title, but to see it go to Steph, no qualms. I'm happy for that. He deserved it at the end of the day, and to win it for the second time, and he probably could have won it last year as well. It's a testament to how good he is, to what he does for the Springboks, and just how good the Springboks really are. So yeah, the Springboks really came in good form. Rassie doing what he does, which I think only he knows what he's doing, and probably sometimes he doesn't even know what he's doing. All in all, I thought it was a brilliant Autumn Nations. South Africa was by far, in my opinion, the standout team in the tournament, but France were definitely very, very exciting to watch. And that's not a smack on New Zealand, Australia, you know, or all the other teams there, because there were some absolutely brilliant games. But personally, for me, South Africa, France, yeah, I was. Those were the games that I wanted to tune in to watch all day, every day. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What your thoughts are on the on the competition, and let me know what your favorite moments were in the competition, and what are your thoughts on Johnny Sexton, because he's retired. He gets so much smack from both sides. At this moment in time, I kind of feel like he's Marmite. You either love him or you hate him. So yeah, I want to know what your thoughts are. But on that note, if you guys do want to see more regular rugby content, please like and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.